in 1970, CSN&Y recorded one of the greatest songs of all time, Ohio. Is it true that Neil saw a picture in Life magazine of the killing, and you guys went into the studio and basically recorded that song with Rage in less than an hour?
We did even better than that. I was in Los Angeles with and Stephen was in Los Angeles. We weren't together, but we were both in the city. And David and Neil were up in Pescadero in Northern California in a house that I was renting from a friend of mine. They were up there for the weekend. I get a call from Crosby. He says, book the studio immediately, get Halverson, who was our engineer, get the tape, call the band, we're coming down. And I said, Crosby, you kind of sound a little intense, what's going on? He said, wait until you hear this song that Neil wrote. I said, tell me about it. He said, well, it's called Ohio. He said, I was up here, I had a magazine with a picture of the one student, you know, lying on the floor with a girl, you know, leaning over him, kneeling over him. He said, and he saw Neil walk off into the woods and come back an hour later with Ohio, booked the studio. So they came down the next day, and obviously we loved the song. We recorded it in less than an hour, and we recorded the B-side in less than that. We did Find the Cost of Freedom, and then just tracked our voices, and that was done. Ahmet Erdogan, who was the president of Atlantic Records and our dear friend, was at the session that night. So we mixed Ohio and the B-side, and told Ahmet to put it out immediately. Well, Ahmet, you know, being a smart businessman that he is, said, well, wait a second, you have Teach Your Children, your song going up in the charts. It was, I don't know, 28 going up, right? And, you know, you don't do this. You don't kill your own single. But we had decided, obviously, in the rage that you were talking about, that it was more important for us to let America know that we're killing our own children than for me to have another hit single. You know, having had 18 when I was, you know, in the band before that, you know. So that's what happened with Ohio. It was full of rage, because don't we have a God-given right to criticize our government? You know, don't we have a God-given right to criticize them if they're doing something really wrong? And what they were doing and what caused it, Kent State, was the secret bombing of Cambodia by Kissinger and Nixon. You know, that's what the students were protesting. You know, now somebody had to give an order to put live ammunition in those rifles. You know that. The National Guard doesn't put live ammunition into anything unless they're ordered to do so. And when you get that thought in mind, you know that someone had to say shoot. National Guard people are pretty disciplined. They don't just start shooting willy-nilly. Somebody gave the orders. No one to this day has apologized to any of those families about the deaths of those 4 kids.